Welcome on into Atlanta, Georgia. It's the Mercedes-Benz Stadium. It is the Rivals 5-Star Challenge. I'm Aslan Hajavandi alongside Warchant.com recruiting analyst Michael Langston for one of the best combines in the entire nation. Again, the 5-Star Challenge. Lots of Florida State targets out here, Michael. So many to get to, so let's just dive right in. I guess give me some of the names that kind of caught your eye right from the jump.
Well, I think you have to mention Dante Lucas at the start.
Yeah,
he got into a fight. He plays with a streak. Drove a kid into the Atlanta Falcons bench over there. And he said, that's just the way I play. He told me after that session, it's like, Mike, that's just the way I play. Loved him. I think Sam Howell was tremendous. I think he's thrown like 2 passes already in 7-on-7 and both of them touchdowns. And then I think John Dunmore was really good, wide receiver John Dunmore. And Jaden Hazelwood really stood out to me. We're just watching those guys, but there's just so many guys. I mean, it's hard to name everyone, but those are a few that really stood out to me.
Right. The biggest news of the day was Derek Mclennan committing to Florida State, and then Dante kind of went a little bit off the reservation. But huge news, though, obviously, being serious here with Florida State getting another defensive line commit in Derek Mclennan. What are the Noles getting in DMAC?
Well, they get a really good strong side guy that can rush the passer. He's shown that today. You know, there's been mixed results, but that's what you get when you're going against elite guys. You're going to get mixed results where sometimes Derek gets the quarterback, sometimes he kind of gets stonewalled. So what he'll bring is great run support and a guy that's going to get up to the quarterback, and he's exactly what, you know, Snyder and Barnett really want for this defense, is getting a lot of mean uglies out there, can run, they're explosive off the edge, and he kind of fits what Curtis Fan as well, you know, brings to the table. So I think they're building something really special at defensive end.
Yeah, the recruiting just keeps on rolling. Offensively, I mean, I think John Dunmore really kind of was the big sort of takeaway. I think for me, just in terms of the crispness of his routes, his footwork, it just seems like he's on a different level than the other kids that we see here.
Yeah, I saw him a year ago when we had it in Indianapolis, the 5-Star Challenge, and he looked kind of overwhelmed. Like, you know, I'm not used to going against this many guys that are 5 stars or Rivals 100 guys. He didn't seem out of place at all today. He seemed very comfortable. He told me his trainers really helped him a lot with his route running going into this thing, that was kind of the key for him to just relax, do what I do, run my routes. And I think he was very comfortable. I mean, one-on-ones, I think he maybe lost one. And that's the day. I just thought he was very explosive.
What about the Panhandle's finest, Trey Sanders? Did you see him out there at all?
Yeah, Trey was very good. Trey was, we mentioned this in our updates, that I saw him last year too, and he didn't look as explosive last year compared to this year. This year he looks like a lot more wiggle than I saw him in that, and certainly one of the best running backs here. You can see him in one-on-ones. I mean, when he gets his hands on you where he can jam you off of him, it's hard to reroute him on routes. So he's going to be a big problem, you know, catching the ball out of the backfield for IMG this year, and wherever he ends up in college, that's certainly going to be a problem.
You know, there's a little bit of mystery around this one guy that he surprised me. I don't know if he surprised you, but Chris Bogle from Cardinal Gibbons down there in Fort Lauderdale was really doing well in one-on-ones. What did you kind of glean from what he was
Chris
performing?
is my dude, man. I love Chris. I mean, Chris.
Shout out, Chris.
People don't miss it. Chris would not take a picture unless I was in it, so I joked yesterday. But he's a really good kid. But I tell you what, I didn't really know if he'd be able to take it because his body frame is still a little slender. He's gained some weight, but he still, you know, can gain more. Man, he cut inside so many times today. I mean, he won well over probably 70% of his reps. I was very impressed by Chris. I think Chris is one of the best defensive ends here, and certainly we've talked about, you know, the up and down, back and forth with FSU, but, you know, if I'm FSU, I'm getting on him as hard as I can. I mean, he looked very impressive. He did everything that I was kind of looking for. I wanted to see what he did when they forced him inside. He did really well there, and then he was able to get to the edge pretty quickly. He's lightning fast, so I think he's a guy that definitely has to be one of your top performers at defensive end. Right.
Dead period right now, but Florida State recruiting alive and well, it seems like, Michael, right?
Yeah, it's pretty active, and obviously you picked up the Mclennan you know, announcement, and then I think they looked really good for Nick Cross, who visited last weekend on an official visit. So you could get some good news there soon. So it's never dead. People say dead period. It's like, no, it's never dead.
Ask this guy, he knows.
It's always action, and we've had an incredible week here. This stadium is unreal. If you've never been to Mercedes-Benz, I mean, it is unreal. This is my first time here. I didn't get a chance to go to games like some people, but this is a tremendous event. Been a great week. I really, you know, thing I really was impressed with is just all the different skills they did before They got into one-on-ones. They did a lot of stuff that reminded me of the NFL Pro Combine. You know, I thought that was pretty cool because a lot of these kids haven't gone through that before.
I'm pretty sure Priest Holmes is out here coaching the running backs. I'm being serious. I mean, they have some really top-notch coaches and trainers, so a super cool thing. And I know you weren't able to watch a game here earlier, Michael, but you did get to see Florida State beat Alabama.
I did.
With the recruiting
Dante
and
Lucas
there. So
Dante's like, I got this, guys. I'm going to do something. That's what Willie Taggart says. Here we go.
There you go. Plenty of updates over on Warchant.com from Michael and Gene Williams as well. Reporting out here in Atlanta at the 5-Star Challenge, I'm Aslan Hajavani for Michael Langston. Thanks for watching Warchant TV.